Hi, it's Allie. I'm half of Death and Tarot, and I'm here again with another How You Tarot video. And today's resource that I want to share is the Holistic Tarot. Oh, I've got so much glare. Now, the first thing I really want to point out about this book is that it is not little, and it is packed with information. So much information. It's written by Benebell Wen, who actually is a lawyer, it's my understanding, or also is a lawyer in addition to being a tarot reader. So I don't know if that is a indicator of why the book might be written in quite the manner that it is, but it is a bit dry. Where some other tarot books are written to be easy to read, I think this one is written to be comprehensive. It's my understanding that originally the title was supposed to be analytical tarot, which I think would have been far more appropriate because this does go into a lot of analysis and is directed at self-analysis. There is a bit of a bias of the writer, from what I could tell, against the idea of divination, which, if that's your jam, awesome, this is totally the book for you. But if that might set you off, maybe be prepared. So the preference here is to take a rational approach with tarot, which I think the use of that word alone maybe indicates the bias. So just something to be aware of. Also is surprisingly traditional. I was not expecting the traditional methods that were discussed in here. I was a bit surprised to see so much Paul Foster Case, and his first operation is given a pretty decent bit of book room. I mean, considering there's a lot of book room to give. But you can see there's a number of tables and diagrams, and it's really, really meaty. Like, there's a lot to it. And there is actually an entire, meaning section. And again, a lot of the meanings that I noticed there were quite traditional. So I was a bit surprised at that, but I was very, very interested to see this sort of almost academic analysis of tarot as well. Definitely an amazing addition to any collection, but because of its size and how densely it's written, I think it might be overwhelming for a beginner, but it's definitely valuable as an addition to understanding. I think for someone just learning the tarot, this might be overwhelming. It is quite a wonderful book. It does have a ton of stuff in it that is just like, oh, I didn't think of that, or I haven't read that before. And it's a great, there's a lot of ethics in here, and a lot of, what's an appropriate question from the author's perspective, which really helps, I think, each reader to set their own sort of level of ethics and standards and what's appropriate and inappropriate by seeing so clearly what is set out in books like this. So, that's the Holistic Tarot by Benebell Wen. Thank you so much for joining me. Please make sure to follow us on Tumblr. We're at deathandtarot.tumblr.com. Check out and join us on Facebook as well. We have a Facebook group, and I'll have all the links below. And our website as well for the monthly workshops that we host, free monthly workshops that we host. Thanks again, and have a lovely. Mwah.